Hello, and welcome to Starting Points, where one thing leads to another. Here's an example. Last time I showed you this book about the giraffe that walked to Paris, and it was a story of where the Sasha of Egypt, whose name was Muhammad Ali, sent as a gift to the King of France a giraffe. And the title of the book suggests that it walked, but it also got a boat ride. The only way it could sort of get to Europe, it got a boat ride that took it to Marseille, and then from Marseille it walked to Paris. And they talk about that at the very end. And they showed a little map. The map showed the sea route and then the land route. And the land route looks sort of like it's a straight line. And I got thinking, jeepers, I don't think it could be a straight line walk. They said it took 41 days, which is like 42 days is 6 weeks, so a month and a half. And I thought, okay, well, that's a fact then. 41, but I think it's a longer distance than they're showing here. But how will I know? Well, I said, I've got atlas that shows a scale for France. And the scale, I said, okay, I'm going to put a piece of paper on that, and I'm going to mark off 100 miles, 200, 3, 4, and 25 more. So there's 425 miles. And then I'm going to put that on the map where Paris is and where Marseille is, and sure enough, they match up like a straight line. And I said, okay, but wait a minute. France is not just a flat country. The topographic map shows that to get from Marseille to Paris, you're going to have to pass through a lot of mountain range. And there's a double problem here. When they arrived in Marseille, it was the end of October. They hoped then to get the giraffe all the way up to Paris by Christmas Day. But some wise person realized that the giraffe is used to warm weather, and trying to go through the mountains in November and December, you're going to have snow, you're going to have ice, it's going to be treacherous as can be. And the giraffe is not used to climbing rugged terrain like that. So we best wait till spring has started before they start to come. So that's what they do. But the other point that I thought about is no matter how they come up the Rhone River and then cross a little bit of mountains or come around this way and up, they're going to have to stop daily and some place to sleep and eat. And the giraffe needed food. It needed the 3 cows came with the giraffe to feed it milk. It was still a young giraffe. And I thought of this book, Long Walks in France. And well, this is France. Let's see what a long walk might look like. And when I looked in here at long walks, why, goodness, they came in all shapes and varieties. Here's one here, zigging and zagging, and from point to point, but it's not as straight as one might want. You can go to any part of France and find long walks, and they'll put a map in there. Let's see if I can find another map here for you. Here's one, and it's pretty straightforward a bit, with just a few loops in it. But so surely they're going to have to walk maybe 20 miles or 25 miles a day, which I can only assume is something that's doable. And here's one in Brittany, and it wanders about circuitously. So anyway, that's a little side thing. And I also had another little side thing. I thought, well, they didn't have trains then, did they? I said, well, I'll go check Huck Scary. Huck Scary, Richard Scary's son, really fascinated with cars and things with wheels, and he did one on trains. And it gives the dates of different trains, and but none of them that early. So they couldn't have gone by train. In fact, the very first train he gives is a French train. It's got a name called the Windbreaker, 1899, that one was, and a French semaphore signal. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Thinking of Arthur Ransom and some of the stories where those children use semaphore alphabet. So, also from last time, I said that this book was written by Nick Graves. It's Nick Greaves. And I wanted to correct that, because sometimes if you're looking up titles on the internet, if you have the title, when Hippo was happy, or if you have the author's name, Nick Greaves, Greaves, you can find all the books that Nick has done. So in this book, I wanted to look at the elephant. Coming up in the next couple of videos, Elephant Learns Some Manners, one of the stories, Elephant and the Rain. That's a long story. Goes this whole 2-page, well, obviously illustration. But the rain is extremely important in the area where the elephant lives. And then it gives the facts of the elephant. And these facts, and these, as an adult male, 11,000 pounds. And they also use feet. And I'm thinking, you know, if I live in Canada, so we use a metric system. And we would say meters and kilograms. And I thought, it's too bad they didn't do that. That would have been nice to have done. But they certainly showed the size of the elephant by drawing it so big that the rest of its legs and the rest of its body doesn't fit on the page. I thought that was very clever. Or even putting the trunk dipping down below this frame that they've put there for the... So I thought that was a good idea. But before I put the book away, I came and discovered in the front that, hey, they got it here. They got it covered. Metric conversions. There you are, for all the animals put into meters and kilograms. So, to show things that are big, that's the problem with this book, has got. How are we going to show the giants past and present? Well, I don't know whether David Peters' idea or somebody's had the idea, but they said, we're going to draw them to fit on the page where we can, and we're going to, instead of putting the kilograms or putting the meters or feet, or we're just going to show two people running. And I thought, what a brilliant idea. So for all the land creatures, that's what they show. Here's what it said about the mammoth. Some European cave paintings depict the woolly mammoth as the artist saw it in life. The last mammoth died out only 10,000 years ago. Frozen flesh and bones were first discovered by scientists in 1799. So we've got the present and the past on this page. Now, I wanted to show you where they had a real problem is when they came to the water. The two characters are shown now in scuba things. But here's the sperm whale and the killer whale. And we have the killer whale off the coast of British Columbia. So they couldn't get it all on one page. So there's the killer whale compared to the people. And the sperm whale, they couldn't get on 3 pages. So they had to put it over here. Well, they put it finishing up on the same page that they've started the blue whale. And there are the two people. But they can't get the blue whale on until they've gone this far. Pretty clever and pretty amazing problem solving that they did. Hey, thanks for joining me. Until next time, when we're going to look at elephants, bye for now.